Welcome back to the channel, guys. Yes, we are back. We are back with our 400 horsepower nitrous. The goal, remember, is 400 horsepower powered by nitrous. And if you all had been watching me or staying abreast of what was going on, you all would have known that I had an issue before with #1 cylinder, and the plan was to take that to the machine shop to see what was going on with that. I did take it to the machinist. He inspected the block. He told me, Ramel, you would need to bore the block, basically. And I was like, wow. I didn't have the money right now at this time to bore block, get forged pistons, forged rods, stuff like that. And also I really want to keep this built as budget as possible. So a good friend of mine, he reached out to me. He told me, Ramel, I have a block here that I can help you to get your 400 horsepower goal on its way. So I greatly appreciate that. I asked him if it's okay if I can big him up on the channel. So Leroy, if you're watching this video or when you're watching this, I want to say thanks for that. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the movement. So with no further ado, guys, we have some parts that had came in for this as well. I'm going to share those parts for you, explain to you what we are going to do, how we are going to go about this. I have Bell Stalker here in the building as well. He will be assisting me getting the pistons up. This vlog pretty much though is going to be a two-part vlog because it's evening right now at the moment. We're going to probably just push in the pistons for now. I'll come back tomorrow morning and finish assemble the engine. Sorry for if I'm talking a bit too long, am I? Well, I'm sorry. I just want to explain myself a little bit to you all guys. Let you all guys know exactly what I'm going to do. Because yes, as I promised you, I'm going to keep you up to date step by step with this project. So with no further ado, I'm just going to show you everything that we have here and what's the plans. As you all can see here, we have the pistons here, connecting rod bearings. The brand is King ACL. Either or you all can use. We have some stock piston rings here as well. We have a head gasket, and yes, I have another stock part. This actually came off a K20. It's a 50-degree cam gear. The K24s normally comes with a 25-degree, but you use the 50-degree just to get a little more out of the car. So it will probably give us another maybe 3-4 more horsepower. I'm not sure, but we'll see how that goes. But the main factor is to squeeze as much possible power out of this engine as possible. This is a block here that was donated to me. You all can sit here. I'm going to give it a little clean up and stuff because it's a bit dirty at the moment. But yes, that's cosmetic by the way. So with no further ado, guys, we're going to get this engine assembled. So let's go. Alright, basically we are going to be installing the rings at the moment. Currently he's installing the oil ring. Nice.
Number two.
If we look here and see number 2, we always install the ring with that. You see that logo again? And 2, that's number 2. Always have that facing upwards. This ring here now is the top ring. If we look here again, we're going to see a sign. Where is it? Right there.
Right here.
Yeah, right there on this side. Correct. Right there. We're going to install this ring. I'm not going to bore you all out with all the rings. I just want to give you all the concept. So that piston ring is actually complete at the moment. So with no further ado, we're going to go ahead behind camera and just install the rest of these. So let's go. Yeah, so we have just installed all 4 rings on each piston. So we will be assembling now the connecting rod bearings here. We already have this cap already off, so we'll be installing these in here, and then from here we will take it into the block. Okay, we just installed number 1 and number 4. As we can see here, we have the arrow. This arrow must be always facing the timing side. This arrow here as well, facing the timing. Remember, the timing chain come in this area. So the next step now is to fit these two, number 2 and number 3. And I will call that for the night, and then tomorrow we will come back and put on the head tower cut, put on the timing, and get this 400 horsepower nitrous on its way. Alright guys, it's getting late. We just put in the last piston. We are just flipping it back up. So as you can see, we have now 2 and 3s in. Here is the socket here. So if you come here and we turn, we have 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. So that's a wrap for the night. We will finish this up tomorrow. Alright guys, the next day I have all the parts here about to clean up. I have to clean up this timing face with all the silicone. I have the engine here covered down because of the ash in Barbados is really bad. I want to protect that motor. Over here we have the 2-cylinder heads. This is the head that had came off, the original. As you remember, number 1 is really bad. I have to get this head checked, but honestly I feel more comfortable using this head. This is the head that came off for the 24 that is in the right car, because the right car currently has a K20 head on it. I see here, this sign here says RBB1, and this one says RBB2. So I guess I have to do a little research to find out what's the difference in both of them, but I think I'll be using this head. So I'm going to go ahead and just run the wiring brush around the valves and stuff, clean it, make sure that everything is good, and get this on the bottom half. Alright, I'm here by myself, so I'm going to just clean off the surface of this head, then give it a nice pressure wash, and then from there we will assemble it. So bear with me guys, because I'm using a tripod. See here that clean off all the valves, clean the head, so that's pretty much good. And take it outside now and give it a pressure wash and get ready to assemble this. Alright guys, I just went ahead and installed the cylinder head, installed the head gasket just now, put on the head. I was about to put on these ARP studs here that I had bought in. But look at this thread here, and look at this one has threads. But this one has threads here, and this one doesn't have any. So I believe it was a manufacturer's fault. I'm not sure, but Unfortunately, I can't use the ARP studs that I was hoping I could have used. So I'm back with the standard boys. Yeah, again, these cars designed to take a lot of horsepower, so I don't think I should have any problem reusing back the tasters. Alright, so what I do now is going to get the tightening tarts. I'm going to tart this height to spec. So let's go. I'll show you what, guys, what I use to get the specifications, tart specs. Alright guys, I had already went ahead and put it up. We have all different types of vehicle here, but obviously we are working on a Honda, so I went to Honda. I went cross to Honda Accord 2003, 2008. So I'll click OK on that. Then I go across here to technical data. Click on that. And then I come down here to tightening tarts. On that. If you look here, you'll see something called cylinder head instructions. And click on that. And boom. This is the cylinder head. It gives you the tart sequence that you should tart the head. Start inward to out, as you all see there. And then when we come here, this is the tart specs here. Number 1 is 39 Newton meters, and then 290 degree. If you use new bolts, tighten further 90 degree, as you can see here. But we are reusing the bolts, so basically we'll be using 39 Newton meters, sorry, and 290 degrees. Alright, I have my tart bar set to 39 Newton meters. So I'll go ahead and start the first process of tarting the head. First process of the head is start. So right now it's 290 degree. So we're going to get into that now. Alright, so we're back. I'm going to assemble the valve train now, put back in the cams, turn this engine, and get this up and running. So let's go. Alright, son. Forgot one thing. Remember these cable ties that I had installed? I have to take them off first. I'm getting anxious, so I'm probably rushing the brush. Alright, let's make sure that all the springs still intact. This one here say number 3. So count 1, 2, 3. What I go ahead and do now is get the tightening tarts back from the computer, tighten this at the appropriate foot pounds, and then I have to change this gear. We're going to replace this gear, tighten this back at the correct tarts, and put back on the timing chain. Alright, I went ahead and tart the cam cap, so that's all completed. I'm going to change this gear now. So the 50-degree cam gear. It told me 113 Newton meters, which is equivalent to like 83 foot-pounds. Guys, I'm by myself, so bear with me, guys. I hope I have the tripod set up that you all can see exactly what I'm doing. Good. It's tight. Alright, I went ahead and set the timing marks. As you can see here, you have a dot there line up in the middle of that color link. These two arrows should be facing one another, and then down at the crank, that dot should line up with the arrow here. So timing is spot on. So the complete valve train is assembly, or we normally lock 2 Allen keys back here as well, just to keep it in position. If you look in it, you can see that hole is completely lined up along with that. So this timing is spot on. So I'll go ahead now and assemble the oil pump and what's not. You all saw that in the last vlog when I was assembling the buffer pan, so I don't need to show that back again. So I'll do that behind camera. So we just clean off the surface. As you can see, it's completely clean. So when we put the silicone, we will get it to seal correctly. We don't want any leaks. So we're going to go ahead now and seal up the front cover. Put on the sump. Sump is there, clean and ready. Put that on and we're good to go. Yes, the front cover is on. The sump is on. I rest on the valve cover. This is not the valve cover I'll be using. The valve cover actually will be getting painted, but I rest on the intake manifold as well. So from here, guys, it's just the clutch, pressure plate, choke bearing, gearbox is on, and get this engine ready to go in the engine bay. So I hope you all enjoy this. As I said, guys, this was not the video that I had really wanted to post. I had wanted to go a little more in depth, but I was using the tripod and I tried my best, to be quite honest. The guy that normally helps me out recording, he couldn't make it today, but I do what I had to do, and just to get you all guys some content. As I promised you, I'm gonna go through this step by step, show you all guys exactly what I'm doing. So yet again, if you do enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.